This video is for example number 4 in lecture number 7. This one is kind of hard to visualize, so I drew the free body diagram to the right already for you so it wouldn't take up so much time. Each of the different colors represents where the different vectors are. So if you look at which quadrant they land in, it will help you better picture how they look in 3 dimensions. So we know for this, we're going to have to break each vector down into its component, and we're going to need to do that by finding the position vector for each. So to do that, we need to find the coordinates of all of the things. So I'm going to start, our coordinates are going to be 0 at A. A is going to be all zeros. So the coordinates of A are going to be 0, 0, 0. The coordinates of B are going to be, if we look at our drawing and our information, the coordinates of B are 4, 4, negative 5. Our coordinates of C are going to be negative 2, 3, negative 5. And our coordinates of D are going to be negative 4, negative 5, and negative 5. So let's start with AB. So we can find position vector AB. I'm going to kind of skip through this really quick. I'm not going to write the unit vectors for each because once I find the position vector and the magnitude of the position vector, I can quickly do the actual unit vectors. So my position vector for AB is going to just be the coordinates because A is 0, 0, 0. So I'm going to have 4i plus 4j minus 5k. And my magnitude for that is 4 squared plus 4 squared plus 5 squared equals, I'm going to leave this what it is, the square root of 57 meters. So my FAB, I'm sorry about that. My FAB is going to be making that into a unit vector. Zeffy, shh, hey. So I'm going to have the magnitude of FAB, which I don't know right now, so I'm just going to write the magnitude of FAB times 4 over the square root of 57 in the I hat direction plus magnitude of FAB times 4 over the square root of 57 in the j hat direction plus FAB times negative 5. Oops, that was a negative. I should have put that in the front, but it's okay. In the k hat direction, and that's in newtons. So I do have a positive force going in the z direction. So don't forget that when we do our moment, or our, when we do our equilibrium equations. So the position vector from A to C is going to be negative 2i hat plus 3j hat minus 5k hat. When I put all those in, I get that RAC is going to be the square root of 38 meters. I'm leaving it like this so I don't have to keep track of all the decimals. I am going to put a little star next to our equations so we can find our force equations a little easier with all we have written down. So FAC is going to be the magnitude of FAC, which I don't know yet, that's what I'm solving for, times negative 2 over square root of 38. And the I hat plus FAC times 3 over square root of 38. J hat minus, I'll do plus because I've been keeping it, FAC times negative 5 over square root of 38 k hat. All right, and our last one, we're going to find the position vector from A to D, which is going to be negative 4i hat minus 5j hat minus 5k hat. And I put all those into my calculator. 4 squared plus 5 squared plus 5 squared. I'm going to get the square root of 66. So now we put a little star so we can find our force vector a little easier. FAD is going to be equal to the magnitude FAD, because I don't know that, times negative 4 over square root of 66 plus FAD, oops, that was in the I hat, plus FAD times negative 5 over square root of 66 in the j hat, plus FAD times negative 5 over the square root of 66 k hat. That's all my forces. So now I can sum my forces in the x, y, and z and use my nice little handy dandy matrix to solve this, because there's going to be lots of unknowns in each one. I can't use substitution in this one. It won't work. So it would work, but it would be very, very complicated and take a long time. I shouldn't say it wouldn't work. Substitution always works. But anyway, some of the forces in the x, I'm going to start with FAB. So I have FAB times 4 over the square root of 57. In my FAC, I have minus FAC times 2 over the square root of 38. And for my last one, I have minus FAD times 4 over the square root of 66. All of that equals 0. There are no other forces acting in the x direction, so that equals 0. Some of the forces in the y direction also equal 0 for our equilibrium. I'm going to have FAB again times 4 over the square root of 57. I have positive FAC times 3 over the square root of 38. And I have negative FAD times 5 over the square root of 66. Oh my gosh. Oops. Equals 0. Last one, there were no other forces in the y direction. Don't forget, I do have another force in the z direction, a scalar force. So I'm going to have negative FAB times 5 over the square root of 57. I'm going to have negative FAC times 5 over the square root of 38. And I'm going to have negative FAD times 5 over the square root of 66. Don't forget, I do have a scalar value, and it is a positive value of 800. So I'm going to rewrite this last equation, because all of our scalars need to be on the right side of the equation for me to use this. So I'm going to rewrite this as negative FAB times 5 over the square root of 57 minus FAC times 5 over the square root of 38 minus FAD times 5 over the square root of 66 equals negative 800. All right, now I'm going to set up my matrix. I'm running out of room, but that's okay. So I'm going to have FAB first, have FAC second, and I'm going to have FAD third. And I have 4 over the square root of 57. Negative 2 over the square root of 38. And FAD, I have negative 4 over the square root of 66. And then for my second equation, I also have 4 over the square root of 57. I have 3 over the square root of 38. And I have negative 5 over the square root of 66. I think I wrote something wrong. No, I'm good. Okay, and then my last one, I have FAB times negative 5 over the square root of 57. I have negative 5 over the square root of 38. I have negative 5 over the square root of 66, so that is my first matrix. I always do that to the inverse to solve for it, and then my scalars, I have 0 for the x, 0 for the y, and negative 800 for the z. And I don't have enough room to write that out, so I'm just going to write the answer when I plug that in, because I'm running out of room. I'm going to write the answer down here. Let's see, actually, I'll try to fit it in over here. The answer I get is 577.72, 85.76, and 565.09, something like that. So I need to write out, if you write it and just end it with that, I will not give you full credit because you did not write what each one equals. FAC equals, because you could have written yours in a different order than I wrote mine. You could have written FAC, FAB, and FAD, and I can't give you credit unless you do them and write the answer out. All right, box our answers, and we are done.